Hey friends, welcome back to our van build series. If you are a regular viewer, you may have noticed that we've been gone for a little bit. For the last 2 weeks, we've been on a road trip up the West Coast to visit with family. It was an incredible 2 weeks and we saw so many amazing sights, including some of our favorites like Half Moon Bay, the Redwood Forest, and just enjoying the beautiful fall scenery in the Pacific Northwest. After a nice little break, we're back to the van build with a lot of momentum and we're really excited to keep sharing the progress. If you want to see more frequent updates on the build and just our day-to-day life, be sure to head over to our Instagram where we tend to share more of that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week, and if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss another video. Welcome back, everybody. It has been a while since we picked up the camera. Thank you to everybody who sent us a message just to make sure we were okay. I know we were a little bit MIA. We didn't really post much, but we are back in Arizona. We're back to work on the van, and we actually have quite a bit to catch you guys up on because we've spent the last 3 or 4 days off camera just kind of playing catch up after that road trip and getting a lot of work done. So I'm going to show you everything we did and then show you what our plan is moving forward. Tell the people what you did.
I fell on my boosted board in Portland and I broke my wrist.
Don't smack it.
I am a one-handed Bob the Builder now.
One-handed Bob the Builder. We're down to 3 out of 4 hands. So that means that I've been taking on a lot more of the physical stuff, which is fine because I'm capable. But
I know, I'm very thankful because if she wasn't very capable, we'd be kind of screwed because of that. Just kind of give you a quick recap of what we've done since we last saw you guys. You guys can see that we painted this. These are officially up, painted. Painted. Did we show them the ceiling?
No.
No? We did the ceiling. That was fun. Just got some little bits of paint under these cabinets that you're never really going to see, but when you open the drawer you might see a tiny sliver of it, so we painted it anyway. So today we are working on painting the kitchen cabinet and installing it permanently. We also have done a bit of work on plumbing. Don't mind that Romex, that's not fastened up yet. We've got our water heater here, and then we started running some lines. Our water tank is still sitting here, but we've put all the fittings on it. And we also have our water sensor that we put on there. And we probably will do a much more thorough run through of the plumbing when we get there. But we have started on it at least. Pretty sure you guys already have seen the finished kitchen cabinet, but this is going to be the refrigerator. We're going to have a slide out pantry and then the sink / under sink cabinet in there.
What is with your paintbrush?
It's my pointer because I don't know.
You don't have a hand?
Yep. Some recent things we've done is cut out a hole for our outlet and light switch, and then down in here we're going to have a big computer fan that's going to be ventilating this whole cabinet so that the stovetop and refrigerator can ventilate. We've got holes for our water drain and our 10 gauge that's powering the refrigerator. Base coat is down. We're gonna let this stuff dry. While this is drying, Kenzie's gonna start cutting out the face frames for the cabinet. And then I'm going to tip this up on the side and start sanding and painting a few coats on this side that you're gonna see most of the time. So we want this side to be perfectly smooth. So I finally finished cutting out all the pieces for the face frame. These are just laying together right now. They're not actually put together. But that is my next step. So I'm gonna go ahead and start drilling some pocket holes on the back of these to secure it together.
Hello.
What have you done?
Okay, face frame is together.
Looking good.
Yeah, I just got a second coat on here. So I'm gonna let this dry and then see if we need to touch up any other spots. Once we finish this, finish all the coats of paint on the cabinet, then we'll put it together. So we just went ahead and secured the face frames on here with some clamps, sandwiched with an extra piece of wood and some microfiber to not damage the front of these. And
Looks really good.
it does look really good. I'm really excited. So we're gonna go ahead and secure this in with some finishing nails, and then that'll be the end of that. Got face frames glued and nailed on there, and then we went over and oh my god, look at my hand. We went over all the little holes where the finishing nails were with some Bondo, and then sanded that down and painted it, so you shouldn't be able to tell where we had any nails in here.
I'm really happy with the way these turned out. It's getting a little dark, so we're gonna clean up and pick you guys up tomorrow. See you then. Good morning, you guys. We are picking up where we left off from last night. We are tidying up a few things with the drain for the fridge, and we just got our under toe kick LED lights. Oh wait, are we gonna hide this from Brandon?
No?
Okay, never mind. Officially in.
We
What do you
had to
think?
run all of the wires underneath and behind everything so
Right.
we can make sure we could connect everything before we fully installed this.
We still need to put our outlet box and our little switch back there, but we have all of our wires ran back here that we're gonna slide the fridge out just slightly. Gonna run all the wires to there. Extra doggies today.
We finally decided to hire some help and
We're hiring out.
took these guys off the street. Gave them a job. I am finishing hooking up our propane and carbon monoxide alarm. And then after this, we picked up some stronger 3M adhesive tape for that little LED strip that's going under the toe kick.
It fell off right away.
Yeah, because the stuff it comes with just does not work very well. So we're going to get that fixed up. And then today, my friends, we're working on plumbing. There we go. We're going to be testing out our whole plumbing system. So we have it mostly hooked up, and we'll run through that with you guys, how we did that. We have a couple more things to do, and then we're going to test the shower side of it today.
And while Kenzie's working on that, I'm gonna work on clearing out his back space, his garage space right now. Because this has kind of been our little storage area while we're not working back here. So we're gonna get all of this out. We're gonna put the water tank back in. We need to run the PEX lines into the kitchen cabinet. So first we need to secure the cabinet permanently down. Then we can run those lines in. We can run, or we can attach a shut-off valve to the underside of the sink so that everything's closed off so we can actually test the shower area.
I'm going to show you what we have so far with as much detail as I can, but also keep it as simple as I can. And what we're going to do is get everything ready to go so that we can test the shower side. And we want to get that done so that we can get up our foam backer board and start tiling down the road. You guys may have gotten a sneak peek of this before, but this is going to be where our plumbing system will sit, and we're actually going to have a shelf on top of all of this that will house our electrical stuff to keep it all separate. And then there will actually be a false wall in front of all of this so that you'll never have to see it, but you can pop it out easily if you had to work on anything back here. Don't mind all these wires here. These will all get tidied up once we get to our electrical system, but we're not quite there yet. So this is a 30-gallon water tank, and let me go ahead and show you a couple things that we installed before we put it in here. This right here is a water level sensor. So we cut a hole out, stuck this down in there, and put some putty to keep this nice and sealed up. And what this is going to do is actually communicate with a little gauge that will be up in this cabinet, and that will tell you basically how much water is in here so that you don't have to get back here or wait until it's completely gone to know that you have to fill up. So I'm going to run you through step by step here, starting with our fill. So this opening here came prefab with this water tank. This is a 1.5 inch opening. So we have a couple of PVC fittings here with some pipe thread sealant that take this down to a 3/4 inch barb fitting. And then that of course is attached to a 3/4 inch barb hose. And it's just kind of laying here right now, but it will actually be running up along this wall kind of at a diagonal slope to the back, and it'll have a quick disconnect on the end of it here so that you can easily hook up a hose to a water source. We are opting to not have an outside fill on the van just to maintain that stealth, but for that reason we're putting this at the very back so that hopefully there will be no spillage inside the van itself. This fitting here is actually our vent, so it's attached to a 3/8 inch hose, and right now we just have it sitting here, but this is actually we're going to drill a hole out to the outside of the van, and this will go through the bottom. So for one, that'll let air into the tank, and also if you were to overflow this while he was filling it up, water will just drip back outside the van. You won't have any spillage inside. So this fitting here goes directly to our 12-volt water pump here. And then if you can see, we have a sediment filter on this, and then it comes off this hose right here, if you can follow that. And this splits into a T, and this line runs to the cold water intake for our 2.5 gallon water heater. And then you'll notice we have another T here, and that one splits off directly to the cold water line for the shower. So we actually have a shutoff valve here, and then that runs to here and turns into cold water PEX. The other side of this line will go directly to the kitchen sink, and like I mentioned, we haven't hooked up anything over here yet, so we're gonna have to get to that later. As for the hot water, we have this attached to a shutoff valve if we need to shut off hot water, and then this again splits into a T that goes directly to the shower. That one will go directly to the sink. So the hot and cold PEX line that I showed you earlier run to our shower, and they come in here. And then you can see that I have a few 90s, and that actually goes up to a mixer valve. So we have cold water here, hot water here, and then this hot water goes up to the shower head. I know that was kind of a short and sweet run through of what we have right now, and obviously we don't have the whole system entirely complete because we don't have the sink side yet. If you would like to see a whole separate video on plumbing once we have the whole system done, go ahead and leave that in the comments and we can definitely consider doing that. But for now, we're going to go ahead and test out the shower. Show the people how we're filling it right now.
I couldn't find a proper funnel. The only funnel we have is we use it for like our oil and transmission stuff. So.
And we don't have a hose that reaches back here.
And we don't have a hose that reaches back here. So cut a bottle in half and taped it to the fill hose. So.
And we got a thing full of water, and we're just gonna dump it in there. Yep. Oh boy. Going great.
Concentrate.
For the record, this is not what it's gonna be like to fill this once it's all done.
This is for testing purposes.
Well, the sun just went down in about 2 seconds, so we're getting ready to test everything now, but we're trying to like get some sufficient light. We're like using our phones to make sure we can spot any leaks. Whoa. Oh, I think there's a little leak here. Can we get a crescent wrench?
It looks really dark in here, but it's still light out, I promise. But probably should have done that. Probably should have done this yesterday when we.
Or it'd be
had
great
daylight.
to have like some spotlights out here. We have nothing.
Nope.
It's cool.
We did have a few leaks on those two T's right there and one at the actual water pump, but we fixed those.
Pretty minor.
It's pressurized right now, so I mean, we did something right. Except doing this in the dark. Looks like a scary movie.
So we really only ended up with a couple of minor leaks, which is not too bad. So we just went back and tightened some things down, added some more sealant on a couple of the pipe threads, and so we're going to let those cure overnight and come back to it tomorrow morning when we have light, and we'll do a second test.
Good morning, you guys. Last night, as you guys saw, we had some troubles with our mixer valve. It is still leaking. We tried a bunch of different things this morning. We tried some more thread sealant tape. We did some of this pipe thread sealant around the whole thing. We actually think that the threading on the actual mixer is kind of messed up. Mackenzie ordered a new one. That should be here later today. While we're waiting on that, we're actually going to be putting in some of our walls. So Kenzie's actually cutting out this front panel out here. We're gonna get those going so we're not just sitting around. Oh!
We don't like sitting around. Check it out, guys. We got panels on the shower and behind the driver's seat. There's still a bunch of little holes from where we screwed it in, but those are all gonna be sanded and filled and repainted over. We just did a little cleanup inside the van, and I'm sitting here just kind of in awe because we're finally at that point in the build where it just really feels like everything is coming together. We've got the ceiling up, we have upper cabinets up, we have all of the main pieces of furniture in here, and now we're really down to some functional details, like getting all the plumbing done, the electrical done, and then the finishing details. So I can't believe that we're like already at this point. So crazy. We're also at the point where I'm not sure how many wide shots of the van we're going to give you, because I kind of want to save it for a little bit of a secret, like a big reveal when we film the van tour for this. So don't be mad at me, but we might kind of focus on one part at a time so that we can show you the whole thing at the very end. We're still waiting on our mixer valve for the shower. It is supposed to come today, but I have a feeling it's not going to come until we're cleaned up for the day, so we're probably not going to get back to that today. So we're just moving on, and we're actually going to do floors today, or at least get started on floors. We weren't really anticipating on doing that, but we need to put the floors down before we can finish up a couple things like the face frames on the closet and the bench over here, and the hardware for the pocket door needs to go on top of the flooring. So we just decided, what the heck, let's put floors down, and then of course we'll cover everything up so that while we continue to work in here, we're not gonna hurt the flooring at all.
We might actually not start cutting out wood planks yet. I think we are gonna get the underlayment and maybe like a protective flooring down. The sun's about to go down in like probably 15-20 minutes, so we'll do that in the morning. So we were going to use this plastic cardboard for something else, but it didn't work out, so we're actually going to use this for kind of a protective layer for the laminate wood flooring that we're going to put on. We're going to cut this out first to use as a template for our underlayment.
We just finished cutting out our plastic cardboard, test fitted it, and fits in here snugly. Super nice, so it'll be a good protection for the floor and a really good template to do the underlayment, which we're going to get to tomorrow morning.
I'm tired. It's tired.
Oh boy.
Sun's going down. We're going to get some food. See you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Another beautiful day for some underlayment. Well, that took 2 seconds.
Yep. This is the flooring that's going in his van. It is a laminate plank. This one has dirt on it, so you can't see the full color. Actually, I don't know if you can really see the color very well at all, but it's kind of a darker tone, has a lot of gray tones in it, so it'll go really well with the whole theme of the van. You guys ready for this? Oh! There it is. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but it looks great. Just wanted to give you guys a little update on the plumbing situation. We did order a new mixer valve. I put it in just a little bit ago, and everything sealed up just fine with with just like a normal amount of pipe thread tape. So it definitely was bad threading on the other mixer, but we got it all fixed. Everything is pressurized and working great now. And now the only thing left to do with plumbing will be the sink side. So with that, I think we're going to end it here this week. I'm really excited about the progress that we got done this week. We kind of were in like a major go mode after we got back from our mini vacation, which I think was a good refresher, and now we're back and motivated and moving really fast. I think we're about 1 month out still, so we'll have several more videos coming out for you guys. We also do still have a spot left for a custom van build in the spring of 2020. I'm going to put the link to our website where you can fill out an inquiry if you are interested. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We're excited to be back and excited to keep making videos and taking you guys along for the process. See you next week.